You know, one of the biggest concerns that many retirees have? Running out of money, something nobody wants to do once they're retired. And you don't have to. You can discuss strategies today, making your money last with Laurel and Taylor Stewart. They're here today. They're part of the team at Mattson Financial Services. That's a firm that's been helping people retire successfully for decades right here in West Michigan. You can always catch them on their popular radio show, Money Mentors. Taylor, thank you for being here. Laurel.
Yes.
Great seeing you once again.
Glad to be here.
Yeah. Money. Don't want it to run out, right? So we don't know what's ahead. Uncertainty is a big part of planning for retirement. How can you make sure that people don't run out of money?
Well, and it's so easy too to get lost in all of social media, lost in all of the news. So maybe you thought you were confident, but now you're like, oh, well, hey, what about required minimum distributions? When do I take Social Security? How does it affect my spouse if I have one? Maybe you still have a pension. You're one of those fortunate individuals. But how do you take it? There's so many different options. So we really want to make sure we get you all of those answers so you don't have the looming question that's keeping you up at night.
And that question, Taylor, as I mentioned, is do I have enough money to retire? People used to think they had to hit a certain number. Like as long as I had this number, I'll have enough. But with the market fluctuations and uncertainty, people don't have that same type of confidence. How can you guarantee that reliable, steady income?
Yeah, exactly. You know, it used to be, well, I have $1 million and I'm going to live my retirement by the 4% rule. I'm going to pull 4% out and I should be just fine. But maybe you had a pension and your Social Security benefit was a little bit bigger, or at least cost of living was less, so it went further, right? Now that's not as much the case. The onus for saving for that retirement's on you. So we really need to make sure that we structure those withdrawals properly. How do we layer in Social Security? If you have a pension, how do we layer that in? What options do we take? And then creating some other guaranteed sources of income to make sure that your critical income need is taken care of, right? Your bills, the mortgage, taxes, all of that stuff. And then we're going to set up your other income bucket for those lifestyle things, the vacations, the down payment on the lake cottage, taking the grandkids to Disney. So it's really about structuring those withdrawals, but we got to make sure that we've got that critical income need taken care of first and foremost.
Yeah, I like how you got it in buckets. So that bucket, that one that's going to take care of all the stuff I don't want to think about, is just going to be there.
And it's just coming in.
Just like while you were working.
Exactly. So you're getting a check coming in. Now, I hear a lot of, you said social media, annuities. All right, that comes up a lot in annuities. Talk about that and how that plays into this.
Yeah, annuities is a buzzword, and a lot of people, I think, are like, ooh, I don't know, I've heard bad about them.
Right.
And that could be true. There are so many different ones, and honestly, it can feel a little complex. So sometimes we might use that tool if it's right for you. Like Taylor said, we're going to go through and see, do you have your critical income need taken care of in certain ways? If not, is there a deficit or something we need to do? Annuities might be one of those tools. Also, we use other tools like structured notes, where you can kind of ladder some of that into your plan. You get dividends that come out. So I don't want everybody to get lost in the weeds, because it really isn't about what type of tool. It's about meeting with you, having that conversation to say, this is where we're at, this is where we need to go. We're going to help you fill in the gap and then let you know here are our recommendations and why, so you understand.
I think that's key, the tool piece, right? Is annuity does have a bad rap, and in some cases they're not good, right? I've ran into plenty of them in reviews with clients saying, hey, we really need to do something about this. This is not achieving what you're looking for. But in other cases, it's the perfect tool to solidify that guaranteed income. So again, there's no silver bullet. It's always going to be tailored to the client that's sitting in front of us.
And I'm going to stick with the toolbox metaphor that we're in now, because the tool really that we need, no offense to you, is Mattson Financial. I mean, not to call you that, but
that's the toolbox.
You're a tool in our toolbox, right?
Exactly.
I mean, to be able to call Mattson and know that I will get lost in the sauce. There's a lot of numbers out there, but you guys can make that, spell it out, put it in layman's terms so you can understand it. A lot of insight that you guys can really, I don't want to say dumb down, but you make it
approachable.
Yeah, you make it approachable so it's not so daunting, right? And if you want that, they're offering an exclusive opportunity to do that just for you today. If you're in or near retirement and you've saved $250,000 or more, they're offering a complimentary comprehensive retirement plan. All right, their team's going to sit down with you personally and create that customized plan that you're hearing about that looks at your investments, your income, your health care, and more to help make your retirement as healthy and financially secure as it deserves to be. Now, this opportunity is limited, so call 1-800-536-8907. That's 1-800-536-8907 for your appointment.